Do y'all want to hear how my ex-stepdad caught my mom cheating? Stay tuned. Okay, so back in like 93, 94, my mom worked at a little convenience store. And the manager there was a guy named Joe. And they kind of like flirted, liked each other, but Joe was married and my mom was with Ron, my ex-stepdad. So nothing came of it. She eventually quit that job. Fast forward to 2001. My mom's out looking for a job. And she pulls into a Wendy's drive-thru to get a tea. And who handed her the tea? Joe. He was like, hey, long time no see. She's like, hey, you know, and he's like, what you out doing? She's like, oh, I'm just looking for a job. He's like, well, I need some people here. You know, you should apply. She's like, okay. She gets hired. Thus starts a romance. So she's working there. All the while, Ron, things aren't good with them. She was getting older. She was like 29, 30 by this time. And she wanted a man that was more family oriented. You know, Ron cared a lot about his cars and partying. And my mom was trying not to live that life anymore. Still not an excuse for what she did, but those were the reasons. So she's working with Joe. They start getting, you know, she starts working late, saying, oh, you know, I got a work party tonight. Can I come? Hell no. You got to stay here with Jessica. That's me. And so eventually Joe starts coming over to the house while Ron is gone at work. And I get to know him. And my mom said one day, this is around summer 2001. She's saying, hey, do you want to come with me and Joe to the beach? And I'm like, hell yeah, the beach? Fuck yeah, let's go. So we get into Ron's car, which is a 95 Dodge Neon. And we go to drive out to pick up Joe. While we were picking him up instead of him picking us up, I'm not sure. I think because he had like a 1982 Datsun and we had a 95 Dodge Neon because, you know, we were bougie like that. So as we're going, we're passing gas stations, and I look over at the gas meter. I'm like, Mom, I was like, we need some gas, because I was a 35-year-old woman when I was born, okay? She's like, she hits me with one of those, I don't know. Nah, we'll be all right. I know this car. We go pick up Joe. We drive like maybe 5 miles back down the road to head to the beach. The car ran out of gas right at an intersection when we were about to turn into the convenience store and get gas. Now, I don't know anything about cars. Car people, don't jump in my comments because I don't know anything about cars. But this is just what I was told. Since this car was a standard and it was an older car, when it ran out of gas, crap was like sucked into the fuel injector. Okay. So even when they got gas in a can and put gas in the car, it still would not start. So my mom had to call Ron at work. He had to get a ride from one of his coworkers where we were out of gas, where Joe was, and my mom had to tell him that his car wasn't shit anymore. So, needless to say, we moved in with Joe. We moved in with Joe, like, within a week, couple days. She wasn't allowed to use the Dodge Neon anymore. That was kaput. We had to ride the Datsun. And then my mom was pregnant with, like, my sister, like, a month later. And they were together for about 17 years. They separated in 2018. Over the years, my mom kind of kept in contact with Ron, you know, as like a friend, you know, because she eventually did feel really bad about what she did to him. And I can genuinely say he did care for me. You know, I was like a daughter. So I even read the long letter that he wrote to her after they broke up. It's like sad stuff. So anyway, fast forward even more to 2021. My husband goes to prison for a probation violation. And I'm sitting here with the kids, no job, no income coming in, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't even have a babysitter, so I can go to work. And Ron was coming off of math and getting kicked out, you know, of the crappy house he was living in, and needed a place to go. So my mom was like, hey, bright idea. Why don't Ron come down here, babysit the kids, help clean the house. He has a car. And you can go to work and he can help out. Great idea. That helps a lot. So we bring him down here. And apparently he wasn't done with the math. He still had a lot of problems on him. And was working on those math problems in one of my bedrooms. With my children in the house. Okay. So I didn't know it for sure, but I suspected that. So I leave with my mom, and we go over to my sister's house, and I'm telling her all the shit. You know, Ron was taking shit apart, leaving it all over my yard. He was staying in his room hours and hours and hours and hours and hours at a time. Wasn't sleeping. And she was like, oh, I'll take care of that for you. She comes over, throws all of his shit out the window, okay, and proceeds to raise hell like only my sister can do. I don't have it in me. I'm too nice and too kind-hearted. And kicks Ron out. So the last I heard from him was that same day. He sent me a message on Instagram and said, I'll never forgive you. And I just blocked him. I didn't respond. I didn't go, well, you were doing math problems in my house around my kids. Unacceptable. But yeah. That's the story of Ron, Joe, and my mom. Pensacola's greatest love triangle. Bye.